Yeah, batting them off with the walkers only gonna you're gonna have like one distracted as like the other three get you.
Okay, even move beyond this, because I did prove that point there, or I didn't prove that point, but I had my own point after this. How is it really going to be proven that, like, how is it really my, like, do you know the legal terms for this? Because I really am genuinely wondering how I'm legally going to be charged because my animal's broken. Like, is that a real thing? I don't know.
I heard about this because the lady I was working with, she told me about it because she only lived like down the street from it. So I'm imagine dude got charged because if I'm the family, I'll be suing the balls out you. My granny got ate because you couldn't control your freaking aggressive ass pigs.
Okay, well, sue is different than actual
And
criminal
and
charges.
and a lady did get murdered by animals. I'm imagining it. They expect the fence, and the fence was like not kept up to the standards for these types of animals and their behavior. I imagine that can be charged with negligent homicide or at least manslaughter.
I could say negligent homicide might make sense, but I still would see that as a very light
And then,
prison
like,
sentence.
that's what trial's for. You get a good lawyer, this is the
Yeah,
case.
like
So, this is what I'm saying. Like, are you covering up this body or are you going to try to fight this battle?
I'm not covering up the body because the police gonna come around asking like, "Hey, this old lady disappeared. You know, grandkids or children are asking questions about where she went." And, we noticed that there's some pig tracks on her front fucking lawn. And you're the only one around that has pigs. And so right there, you're in more fucking muddy water than just being like, hey yo, yeah, my pigs broke out, trampled her, ate her. I would. I'd rather just own up to it right away. Be like, dude, this is a situation that I never expected. And it's even crazier that you're bringing this up because I would say during fall. Yeah, it had to be during fall, like right around when the trees leaves started falling. We were driving home
Yeah.
from work one day, and we got to this house. It's like right over here towards the end of the road. I didn't hear what you said. It cut out halfway because you had your hand halfway in front of your mouth.
Yeah, I'm getting this thing on my thumb.
I don't blame you. I did that. Actually, I don't do that because this thumb is in pain because I kept doing that. But
I got it.
we were driving home and we were towards the end of this road over here, and out of nowhere, you would expect a deer, a dog, a cat, possum, raccoon, anything else, right? Bunny. A fucking pig came walking across the road. And my dad was like half looking at me, joking about it. I was like, Dad, fucking. Because I was like, my brain could not register the 3-letter word or even what I was seeing come across the road. Because I'd never seen a fucking pig just wander across the road. I live in Ohio. We don't have wild boar. Okay, we do have wild boars in southern Ohio, but I'm in northern, basically Ohio. Like we don't have pigs just wandering around. And dude, my dad didn't hit this pig, but I walked up trying to knock on these guys' door and try to get them the whole thing. But that's it basically. We almost hit a fucking pig because they broke out of their cage.
See? Yeah, pretty sure if your dad would have fucked up the car on the pig, he could have still sued that guy.
That is a good. How does insurance would have worked on that?
I mean, that pig has an owner. That's all I'm seeing.
I almost thought you were
If not,
gonna say that pig has a bank account. like
technically, technically, you're like, that
that
pig
pig
has an
is a
owner.
bank account. like
And then, connected to that owner has a bank account. And then it circles back to the pig. So, like, you're just injecting yourself right into his financial pocket, so you can really start milking him like a pig.
that did kind of like surprise the shit out of me, to be honest. Though, like I've never seen a pig wandering around. The craziest thing I saw before that was a cow outside of my school in the woods. Because yes, I went to a fucking bodunk ass school. Is bodunk right for that term, or is bodunk a hood term? I don't know. I'm white. If you can't tell.
Uh,
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna bring up a new topic here because I answered your question there. Um, well, hang on. I'll give you answer your question. I'm sorry.
um, I don't know. To be honest, I would totally assess the situation if I have time. Like, there ain't no witnesses. It's just me, pigs, and partially a dead lady. Like, I'm gonna have some time to think about this. After I get my pigs back inside, I don't want them going off eating a child next.
I
So,
do.
like, first get the pigs back, and then go check on little Miss. Let's call her Janice.
Little Miss Bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, go check on Janice, and Janice is like all fucked up and like not there, both spiritually and like physically, like body
Been
got
there.
eaten. So like you do raise a good point with tracks, but I think I would be thinking that. So
I watch too much
you
fucking
know,
Dexter, bro. I know how to look at crime. Actually, I don't. There's still fucking blood on my ceiling.
yeah. So I'm,
There's some over there
you know,
too.
if I get like a good way to cover up these tracks, like I will run my horse over there a little bit. I'll feed the rest of Janice to the pigs because obviously they like her. Um, and then I would just play it cool. Like I swear I seen her drive away. I'll go hide her car, obviously.
You know, actually, that's something really brutal that I heard. I'm not true. I don't know if this is true at all, but I
Say,
heard that pigs.
I feel like this is a pretty easy crime to cover up.
I feel it's not though, especially with today's forensics. That's the problem. You have to think about today's forensics. If they even find some pig hairs in the yard somehow, or on her body of what's left, they're gonna be like, all right, well, blah blah. Because I I took forensic science actually in my senior year, and I stopped going during the fourth quarter because of a heartbreak and all that shit. I don't want to get into that, but I did learn the fact that human hair and different animal hairs are very very different looking under a microscope.
Yeah,
And so
everything looks different under a
well, and that's what
microscope.
it is. As long as they pull up a couple of pig hairs on the fucking chick's body, they're gonna be like, all right, well, who in the area owns pig? You cut out
I
what?
took, I took the body.
Okay, so there's hairs on the property, pig footprints on the property, her
I ran my
blood.
horse over there. There's more horse prints than there are pig prints.
All
And
right,
I could have been moving my pigs across the property. That don't mean
okay,
shit.
but who else in the area owns horses as well?
Probably a lot of people out in the country. So
That's not actually true.
in my scenario, we're in Montana. So yes, a
We're
lot
in
of horses.
Ohio, and I'm thinking
I
Ohio,
said in my
buddy.
scenario, I'm thinking in my scenario, I'm thinking I'm way out there. I'm really country boy in
I
it.
still think that would be a really risky
And this sounds like
situation
a
rather
good
than just
country
owning
boy
up
fuck
to
up
it.
for me. So I feel like I could easily get away
But
with
you
the
also love to
high body.
but you also love to say that I have a fucking hero complex, blah blah, and that would probably be where it is for me. Like, I just couldn't. I don't think I could live with killing an innocent person or like
And technically, you didn't do
knowing
it.
that
Your
I.
pigs, because
Okay,
your
yeah,
pigs are
but
awesome.
hiding the fact that. But even then, you are in a way killing them because one, you're hiding the fact that they even were a person in a way. Like in my own opinion, I don't know. You're just guilty to me. If you
It's,
know something like that, no, it's
it's
the
still
guilty by
committing a crime.
association rule almost.
Yeah, it's still a crime regardless. I'm just asking, are you going to go fully severe into crime or turn yourself in? You said turn yourself in. I'm going more crime.
Dude, the only way I would do it, I'm the Dexter buff here, and it's that you give me a fucking pedophile, or you give me, a murderer, somebody that walked away, shit like that, and my pigs ate that guy. I feel like the police might even just kind of be like, yeah, he disappeared. All right. But just an old lady that lived an innocent life and her family's going to miss her, I would definitely never take that risk. And actually, I'll be real, that would probably be my Dexter opening. That would be my first victim. Like, oh, so I got away with killing a pedophile. How many more can I get?
I read you wrong. I'm like, oh, I killed a pedophile. Old ladies are next.
I mean, eventually. Because they are guilty, every one of
All
them.
right, hit me with your question.
Oh,
Your
so would you rather go to prison for a crime that you never committed for life, or let a child molester walk free? I have my answer immediately. If you want to think on yours, or if you want to take a second to think on yours and then answer.
I don't understand.
Okay, it's just that that this is the crazy would you rather. Like the fucking a crazy president of like let's say North Korea or whatever is like, hey, you're gonna go to prison for the rest of the life, or rest of your life, for raping my daughter, blah 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 blah. You never did it. You never did blah blah blah. He's like, or I'm gonna let this child molester loose. I'm just gonna put it in the U.S. The president's doing that.
So
You're going to
if I get
prison for life, or
shut
a
up,
child molester's
let
loose.
me say it in my words first. How about that?
No, not
All
happening.
right, all right. So I go to jail, and the child molester stays in jail. Correct?
Yes,
And then if I don't go to jail, he just lets one random one out.
a horrible one out, not a random. It'd be like a really bad one. Like he's gonna do it again, 100% to multiple.
Yeah, I feel like he just gives you a valid target. Like he clearly wants you in prison, so let him out, kill the dude, then get
Thank
sent
you.
to
That's
prison for
exactly what I was gonna say. Oh my god, we are best friends, 100%, right there. We
like
just became
clearly he
best
wants you
friends.
in prison. Clearly he wants you in prison. He ain't gonna not let you not go to prison. Somebody that powerful and dickish is not gonna just let you walk away from that with that type of thing without there some being some type of punishment for you not doing what the dude said. So clearly he thought that was the punishment, letting the dude go, but just fucking murder him. And then
Thank
now
you.
you're in there,
Okay,
and
dude.
now he's kind of scared of you.
Nope, it's not even that. Like I will say that mine is that I would choose let the child molester walk free because I would quite literally know basically after he gets let free, he would get let free damn near the time that I got let free of. So I would just look on every damn page of what child molester got let free and hunt that motherfucker down and kill him before he even had the chance to get a kid. And then I would hide the body. That's that. I would hide the body. If I ever did go to prison because they somehow discovered it, I'd be okay with that. But it's that once again. We're bringing it up for the third time. I am the Dexter Morgan thing. That was the question that brought it up for me.
Take a trophy. Like if you was to kill somebody, I think it'd be hard not to take a trophy. Like I think I would take a trophy, but that's
That's what
evidence.
gets you caught. Yeah, and that's. I mean, that actually almost
Yeah,
gets
it's gonna
Dexter
be
caught
really
in the
hard
show
not to
Dexter.
take a trophy. It's gonna be really hard not to take a trophy. Like I'm gonna be cutting ears off because I'm a fucking savage.
Okay,
But
well, what
like,
Dexter does is he takes blood slides of them. He drops a blood on the slides, and he's like puts it in this fucking slide
yeah, I've
box.
seen the episode, so yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like it'd be hard not to take a trophy, even if it was something that
Small or
inconspicuous. Like
weird, yeah. Like,
it's still evidence at the end of the day, but
and
be
I
really
do
hard
wonder
not to
that
take a
though.
trophy. Especially if I really hate that motherfucker. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be like fucking your wife or something.
For me, if I was to take
That's
anything,
probably right.
I would take like. It sounds stupid, actually, it sounds horrible. Say if I were to take anything, because it sounds like I've planned it. Like if I were to take anything, it would be like an article of clothing that they weren't wearing when I killed them. You know what I mean? Something that I can wash a few times and it seems like I owned it naturally. Because I can literally wear my victim's clothing out in public.
Just
That
go
would
to
be
the
the
estate.
ultimate fucking terrifying thing, wouldn't it?
Just go to the estate sale a few weeks later. Like,
Dude, okay, we gotta stop. We are sounding like serial killers. We gotta stop. Next fucking question. Okay? We
what
need to
was that?
stop. We are
Because
giving
I
no,
gave
but
you.
we could be giving people horrible ideas that are horrible people. We need to stop.
Hey, not only clothes, you might make off with the dude's dog too. You know,
Shut
like
up.
we're giving away the dog here too. Like,
There's something wrong with us, dude. We're too good at planning killings. We need to stop.
I
What's the
was thinking,
You
you
know
know, move in on the widow. That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, I would probably just move in on the widow for a minute. You know, like I would just be banging his old lady as she's, you know, grief in grief. You know, she could be griefing on the killer's dick.
No, do you want to know what my next question is after that horrible question? What's the best SpongeBob episode?
They're all kind of the same to me. I mean, if
Mine was
I
the Hook
go with
episode, because it's hookers.
if I go with what I reference the most, it's Salty Spittoon because that's what I reference the most. So
Oh my god, it just kills me that I went from such a horribly weird question to what's the best SpongeBob episode? And I would say for me it's the Hook episode because it's literally a direct reference to hookers.
yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
gonna
this
pause real
fits.
quick because I have to piss really badly. Be right back.
Well, my next topic kind of piggybacks on what I said towards the end of our Dexter conversation there for your Would You Rather. I've been watching this one show on YouTube on the A&E channel on YouTube because they did this one series where I can only quantify it as WWE trying to kill their own collectors market.
Yeah.
And so they were trying to track down some Ric Flair merchandise because Ric Flair was totally known for getting super fucked up and just giving his shit away or leaving it places or getting stolen.
Respect.
So they were trying so they were trying to track down this one robe and they were trying to get some insights on this one specific robe from this one very high up Rick collector. And this Rick collector goes on to be like, I married one of Ric Flair's daughters.
The the fact that he's calling himself Rick Collector just sounds just fucking
He
horrible.
collected one of Ric Flair's daughters.
Well, he actually married one of his daughters.
Yes.
That sounds like grooming almost.
That is fucking insane. As soon as that fact got like I stood up like I was watching a wrestling match. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like,
He is that much of a Ric Flair collector. He collected one of his daughters. I'm like, what? You are really in the life.
dude, I'm like lost on being like my dog or ah, like oh my god. Is he like a huge like age difference from her or anything?
They looked pretty close in age. Ric Flair's got like lots of kids.
Oh, okay. So it could have been one that's not even really close to. That's still creepy. That's
He
like
even has a
grooming.
dead
I'm
kid.
sorry. No, that is. That's like grooming. To be that into that person that you went after their child. That's like the Woody Allen thing where he like fucking adopted his
So
friend's daughter and then married her.
they did explain the story. He met Ric Flair first. They became friends. Ric Flair introduced that daughter to him. So essentially, it was like Muslim shit. Like, I like you. Here's my daughter.
You said that with an Asian accent. I'm
I
just
don't know
saying.
the accents.
You're like
I
you're
don't
my
know the
daughter.
accents. I'm bad at being racist, but that's pretty much what it was. It was like arranged.
Buddy, you need lessons being racist. Your ass is fucking honky right here.
I don't
Okay?
want to be. I don't want to be.
Well,
Just
neither do
saying,
I. It just comes naturally.
those white people totally did like some medieval arranged marriage shit. But I know it's not correct to say medieval
I
arranged
love that
marriage
you
because
just
arranged marriage still goes
brushed
on.
right over me saying that. I just fucking loved
Yes,
that. Like, it just comes naturally. You're like, all right, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
yeah, because you're white. Everyone knows white people are racist.
Damn right we are. We're racist against our own selves. We'll see a fucking
Not only
skinnier
white,
guy
you're
walking
young
up in
and
there,
male.
and we're like, ah, that's a crackhead right there. Look at him. No, that's being real. I am more
Like,
racist about that. I think more white people that I see are crackheads than black people. I'm being real. Just the amount of people I see walking around, even in bigger towns, I suspect more white people of being crackheads.
and here it's kind of 50-50. The last time I was like in the downtown section of Cincinnati, um, I seen a homeless lady having a full-on conversation with a trash can.
Spitty, I had to tell you, but I was down there last week, and that trash can started stepping on me.
Well, this was months ago when I seen it. This was in the summertime. So, but I gotta think this trash can was making points because every once in a while she would tap her nose. Like, you nailed the trash can, like on the nose with that one. You nailed it.
Maybe
Like,
that no, maybe that was her trying to tell it, you stinky, you stinky.
I don't know. Like I got to watch her for a minute because I was at a traffic light and she was like literally just right there in my passenger window sitting on the park bench having a conversation with the trash can. I thought somebody was like leaning on the wall, like sitting down, like leaning against the wall that way. But I wasn't seeing nobody like beyond the bench. I'm like, she is talking to this trash can.
I mean, maybe Oscar
there
was
could
in
have been
there,
a
bro.
there could have been an apparition there that I wasn't seeing.
I
I
think
was just
Oscar
seeing
was
her
all up
looking
in
at the
that,
trash
bro.
can. But I want to full on believe she goes there every day and talk to that trash can.
I mean, I
Like
would.
that warms my heart thinking she's out there right now talking to that trash can.
I'm gonna start talking to my trash can.
I don't think you would do it like this crazy old lady was doing it. It was just something the way she was doing it. Just at that like it felt like I was trapped at that traffic light for forever. Like I felt like I watched a whole movie at that traffic light. It at least a good 5 minutes short, a good trailer's worth. And like it
I
was
was about
the
to say,
longest
like a
flight ever,
whole movie.
but it could have been longer. It could have been longer. Like
I was
I
gonna say
might have
that'd
sat
be
there through a cycle.
that'd be the little trash can that went to space. Like, I'm sorry,
I love
that
that.
was my bag of munchies
Love
over
that
here, and I
movie
got
as a kid.
fucking craving him.
I love that movie as a kid.
Never watched it to be
The
real.
brave,
You just always hear it
the brave,
referenced.
the brave little toaster.
The Brave Little. Yeah, I've never watched it.
There was like 3 or 5 movies. One of them he went
Really?
to space. So, yeah,
That's the only one that I heard of. Was the Brave Little Toaster? Was that one? I think it's the Brave Little Toaster goes to space or something like that.
I want to say that was the third one. The first two were just he was trying to find his family.
How do you make a series out of a toaster? Hang on now.
It was freaking awesome, dude. All the
Like,
appliances in that were awesome.
oh, so it was like that Beauty and the Beast kind of shit, where like everything in the house is living, kind of. All right, that's actually dope. Because I always did like that from Beauty and the Beast, like having like all the different appliances actually be living. Be like, he treats me well, he washes me, he cleans me.
Yeah. And that dude seen that scene and he's like, let's make that the whole movie.
Can't
I'm
blame him,
pretty
because
sure.
that's literally like still original in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the first one, yeah, they just he got separated from his family and he wanted to be back with his family. So, typical lost home toaster story,
Oh man, that reminds me. Like, what is like your favorite childhood, like, let's say Disney movie that you would hop to immediately?
It's not a Disney movie.
Okay, go for it.
It'd be Pixar's Bug Life.
Okay, Pixar, Disney, that's the same kind of. I would put both of those in the same category. So I wouldn't. I should have said animated movie. That's
Then
a
this
good
Bug's
one.
Life.
That's a good one. For me, dude, it's actually really fucking hard. Um, the Fox
Love
and the
ants.
Hound is one that I absolutely love, especially now that I have a basset hound, literally. Um,
And if it counts, because there is live action in it, Small Soldiers.
okay, that's is that a Disney movie for real?
No, but you said any animation. It's technically an animation. It has
CGI.
live action. No, they used real dolls.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, that's impressive, actually.
some scenes are CGI, but all most of all the other scenes, those are real dolls.
That's actually impressive because I've watched that movie, and that's actually a really good one that you brought up out of nowhere. But man, that's really hard for me.
Because that movie got me in trouble as a kid, so it's one of my favorites.
Mm. I said the Fox and the
Really
Hound,
have
and
been.
I got it. Actually, the other one, Cars for Pixar. For Disney, Fox and the Hound. For Pixar, it'd be Cars. I loved Cars. I still love
We're
Cars. Now I think about it.
me. Maybe it is Pixar.
And it's really crazy too, because I'm not a big car guy. You know me. Like I don't know jack shit about fixing cars, but something about race, like watching people race and shit like that, is enticing to me. Because it's just that it's you versus something.
Yeah, I very much. It's kind of like football. I only enjoy football when I'm in the stadium. I don't. I would never want to be a car guy, but I do like watching the occasional race every once in a
Yeah,
while.
exactly. Yeah,
Or playing a race video game. It gets me the same itch without having to
dude.
spend tens of thousands
Thank
of
you.
dollars.
Thank you for saying that because I did spend one drunken night like $60 on a NASCAR game, right? And then I woke up the next day and was like, "You're a fucking idiot, dude. Why would you spend that much money on it?" To this day, I will hop on my Xbox and play a couple rounds of it. Like I would say, maybe once a month, twice a month. And so I'm like, that's a worthy purchase still because every
The
time I get a
best
little
racing
itch,
game I have ever played, to be honest, was a Cars game for the DS.
mine was the PlayStation 2. But I know what you're talking about. Cars, the video game.
Yeah,
You
the
could
one for the
drive around
DS.
fucking Radiator Springs and shit.
This one was pretty much kind of like Mario Kart, but they added a lot more car mechanics to it. So it was pretty
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
dope.
You're not wrong either because I do remember that now. DS versions of games compared to like console versions were so different because I remember I had Lego Batman on the DS and I have Lego Batman on the Xbox. Two completely different games.
Yeah,
They're
I've
the
been in
same
the
game,
10 way
man.
all my life.
And
It's
that's what it is.
same
If you're to
title
play,
game.
and that's what I should say. If you're to play Cars, I think it might even be the Xbox 360. But if you're to play it on either one of those consoles, it's completely different than what you're talking about because
Yeah.
it is like a top-down experience, but it's not really Mario Kart. There's an open world, and then you can like go and like interact with certain races or missions and blah blah blah.
Yeah, ours to do that, you would just scroll to like the gas station. You would click on the gas station, it would open that up, and there would be like three NPCs that would have certain races attached to them.
That's just wild to think that there was like,
If I remember correctly. I think I still own.
but I'll be real, like I respect that era of gaming a bit more because that actually led you to want to play the other version of the games. With nowadays, dude, you get, let's say, God of War. God of War is a PlayStation exclusive game technically, right? But I can get it on PC now. It's the exact same as it is on PlayStation. But if you were to give me more content on the PlayStation, then I would have more reason to buy it when I, or if I were to ever buy a PlayStation. Because, like, hang on, I've played that game, but I know that there's more to it, or there's a different thing to it than the other console.
I've been boy and in the 10 boy only for 30 plus years now because
Boys
of,
sounds like a fucking sexual dominant term. Like, you are not dominant.
I mean, technically Nintendo's a wall garden, and I do not feel good being in this wall garden. So it pretty much is a masochism type of relationship I have with Nintendo. They're like, hey, this could be easy, but we make it really hard. What? Thank you, sir. May I have another? And that is for the sole reason why I am a Nintendo boy is because all their consoles pretty much has been portable. If not, they made a handheld version of that console and you could just take it around. So
I'll
my
be
family
real.
was always on the go. My family was always on the go. I was never at home for a long period of time. So a at home console to me was worthless because we were never the fuck there.
I mean, the
We were
first
always at
console.
the back.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I had a DS, right? And that was like my. I want to say like the first thing I had, but I don't know if I had the DS or the Nintendo Wii first. I don't know what came first. Let me look it up. Because I do 100% say this one. What
It
came
depends on
first,
which
the
DS
Nintendo
you're
Wii or the
talking.
DS?
I could have told you this question.
I
Like,
had the first DS. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, so are you fucking kidding me?
yeah, there's been multiple versions of the DS. So I was going to say before you looked it up, it depends on which version of the DS you're talking about, and pretty much the first three generations came out before the Wii. I'm pretty sure they were working on the fourth or fifth generation before the Wii even came out.
Smitty, you gotta remember, my childhood is full of trauma and broken memories, so it's very hard for me to put ages on any kind of fucking aspect. But I had the Nintendo DS, the original one, and this is what tells you I grew up poor. Nintendo DS came out in 2004.
Hmm.
I would have been 2 years old. I got my
Yeah,
Nintendo DS when I was like 6, 5 years old. And then we got our Wii, let's see, 2006, so I'd have been 4. That would have been a year or two probably after the Wii came out.
pretty sure the Wii launched on 2010 something, 2010 something, because
I'm thinking you're
we
wrong.
pretty we pretty much got a Wii on
2006.
launch.
2006. Because
I was wrong.
2010, I would have been 8 years old. And I remember beyond that age mostly. And I was living on Walnut Street by that point. Or it might have been South Jefferson or something.
Yeah, but yeah, like I take my Switch to work. I've been taking it to work more because I'm trying to quit smoking. So I'm playing Balatro during my break to not go outside and smoke. So,
I'm being real.
so
I'm actually
it's the
trying to
reason
do the
why
same
I've
thing.
always been a Nintendo boy. I can just take my game with me when I know I'm going to have to be sitting somewhere for a while. When I went to the DMV, I took my
The fuck
Switch.
was that? Why did I go? That was like fucking cringy ass teenage girlish. I got excited though because oh boy, I'm about to show my phone here. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna click this. So with Netflix, there's a lot of games that you get out of nowhere, and I just learned this. Okay, I'm just gonna put it down for right now. But Fucking load. I can play Red Dead Redemption on my phone. Like the first Red Dead Redemption. And this is also like the Undead Nightmare version. Load, motherfucker! I'm gonna throw hands at my phone.
That's pretty cool. I don't like looking at my phone because that camera looks back at me. My Switch don't got a camera. That's why I like looking
Yeah,
at
but it's
that.
like, okay, so literally, I can hop right on Red Dead Redemption and be like, yeah, let's start up the tutorial or the game. And it's like, normal, hardcore, or undead nightmare. Yes, it's backwards or whatever. And it's that too. I can hook up my Xbox controller to it because your phone can Bluetooth connect to your Xbox controller. And so I can literally just sit here and play Red Dead Redemption on my phone with my controller.
Yeah, that's so nice. They just gave Bluetooth connection to us, I believe. Like it's a like it's on there, but it's not available to us.
What do you mean us?
Nintendo.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah, dude, we got files like 4 years back.
That's insane.
Yeah, grouping your games up into like your own file. We got that like 4 years ago. It was amazing.
I mean, that's like California trying to be like, I think it was like 2020 or 2021. They were like, yeah, our police force now have to tell you why they're pulling you over when they pull you over. It's such a great advancement. And it's like, you're the last state in the United States, basically, to fucking do that. Like, that's not an advancement. That's, we're appropriating.
Yeah, we just got files, dude.
Like,
It was awesome. It was awesome. I didn't think I was going to see the day. I
like,
thought I was going to
I
die
thought that
before
we
we
would
got
never
files.
stop pulling over fucking cholos and black people, man. But here we are. I mean, we're
Like
still
I thought I
gonna
was
do
going to,
it, but we gotta give them a fake reason now.
yeah. And and guess what? And since this is a wall garden and they now released the Switch 2, which I was dreading, I now know one of these days in the upcoming future that I'm going to get a message from Nintendo be like, "We are discontinuing the Switch's servers." And I'll be like, "No, no, no."
Dude, that's how I felt about fucking Friday the 13th, the video game, man. They got into that horrible lawsuit and made it to where they shut down the servers of the game and all this stuff. I can still play it because I have the physical copy of the game, but I have like two Jasons unlocked and like nothing else.
I think Nintendo's going to brick my whole system.
I think Nintendo is one of those companies that is
I think
just
they're
about.
slowly going to brick my whole system. They're going to slowly implement patches
Oh yeah,
that
they're gonna do the
make
fucking
my
iPhone shit.
system run like shit,
Yeah,
like
no.
iPhone does.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna do the
Nintendo's
Apple
going to
shit.
brick my Switch.
Oh, 100%. If you weren't
You're bitching
already
about
expecting
one
that, then
game.
you're
This
stupid,
is
my
my
friend.
whole
I'm sorry to say that.
console. This is my whole console. This is the wall garden I'm in
You
because
don't
I
have an
want my games to
Xbox?
be portable. That's my YouTube machine. That's all it is. I'm a Nintendo boy.
Okay, but the Xbox, if you can get,
It does my YouTube,
what I'm saying is, if you can get Jackbox working on that,
and it does my YouTube,
what I'm saying though, if you can get Jackbox working on that, we can do
and it
YouTube
is my
with Jackbox.
YouTube.
I'm gonna fucking stab you, okay? My knife may not have come in today, but it's coming Friday, and I can still get an Uber. I can easily get an Uber on Friday to come and stab your ass with it.
Get an Uber. It's going to be more expensive for you to go down to Florida for your plan. So
I don't have an ID yet, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to
see
go
being
to
moved to Florida. So
prison or Florida. Killing you is worth it. All right, we need one last topic though, because we are, I would say, the last podcast or the last fucking video of this that we accidentally canceled because I, or not we, but I canceled because I'm stupid and can't figure out how to control things.
During the pandemic, I learned it was pretty easy to sign people up for TLC shows or just like send them weird shit in the mail pretty easily. So like I learned this by signing my buddy JD Win up for 90 Day Fiance because around that time he was talking to a chick from overseas. I'm like, I'll just bring her here. And so I applied him for 90 Day Fiance.
I would kick your ass.
Well, see, that kind of brings me to my point here. I kind of sent you something that it looks like you ordered it to your house. So,
Do you know my address?
yeah, you sent it to me. So when I could pick you up when I lived in town.
Smitty, if you sent me a mail order bride, so help me
Kind of
God.
close. Kind of close. Yeah, yeah.
If you
You
sent me
get
a
warm.
blow up doll, I'm gonna fuck it and then send it back to you.
You get warmer, but too expensive.
You sent me a fleshlight. You son of a bitch.
No, those are even more expensive than blow-up dolls, believe it or not.
Pocket pussy?
That's the same thing.